Welcome back, everybody. Today we've got quite a collection of sources, some
Yeah.
of them in Korean. We've got some
Well,
stuff about a company doing these miniature books,
all right.
some excerpts from a management philosophy book,
Mm.
and even some Lego facts.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm already seeing like some interesting potential connections here, but
Yeah, for sure.
let's dive in. So we'll start with those A9 press snippets.
All right.
Now, full disclosure, some of this is in Korean.
Okay.
But we've pulled out the key points for ya.
Well, that's good because I don't speak any Korean.
Me neither. But
Yeah.
it seems like this
Okay.
company is developing a platform
Okay.
for creating and sharing miniature books.
Miniature books, huh?
Yeah.
That's interesting. I've always been fascinated by those.
Me too, yeah.
They're like little tiny worlds you can hold in your hand.
Yeah. And it sounds like A9 Press is taking that concept digital,
Oh, wow.
which I think is really cool.
Yeah.
But they're not stopping there. Okay. They've also got ideas for a bookshelf organizing app,
Mm-hmm.
a book-based social media platform,
Mm.
and even a ponytail t-shirt.
A ponytail teacher. Okay, now that one's a head scratcher.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what that's all about,
Right.
but it definitely shows they're thinking outside the box.
Yeah, they're not afraid to experiment.
Exactly. And,
Yeah.
you know, they also mentioned the Soul font from OS 9.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah, that's a blast from the past.
Right.
Maybe a little nod to the vintage tech fans out there.
Could be.
Yeah.
But, you know, it shows they're drawing inspiration from all sorts of places.
Yeah, blending the old and the new.
Exactly. So let's move on to this management book. Now, the title alone is pretty intense, devilish management.
Devilish management.
Yeah, or devil trainings, I think is another translation.
Okay, that's definitely eye-catching.
It is. And it basically outlines 100
Wow.
unconventional strategies for leading and coaching team. Some of the points are pretty harsh, though, like don't sympathize,
Oh, wow.
become a prophet, manipulate lucky phrases.
That's,
Pretty intense.
yeah, it's a little intimidating.
Well, and, you know, you have to think about the cultural context, too.
Right.
What might seem harsh in one culture
Yeah,
could be totally normal in another.
that's a good point.
Yeah.
So what do you think this devilish management philosophy is all about?
Well, it seems like it's advocating for a strong, decisive leadership style. Someone who's not afraid to challenge the status quo,
Makes sense.
you know, push people outside their comfort zone.
Mm. But isn't there a danger of that going too far? Like
Oh, absolutely.
becoming a dictator?
Yeah, there's a fine line there.
Right.
And I think that's where the whole devilish aspect comes in.
Okay.
It's about using those unconventional tactics carefully,
Right.
strategically, you know?
So it's more about pushing people to grow
Exactly.
rather than just being tough for the sake of it.
Yeah, like a tough love approach to management. I can see that. But how does this hardcore philosophy connect to Legos? That's where I'm losing the thread a little.
Ah, that's a great question. And that's where things get really interesting.
Okay, I'm all ears.
So we're going to bring in Lego Serious Play now, or LSP for short.
Lego Serious Play.
Yeah.
So we went from miniature books to devilish management,
Right.
and now we're playing with Legos. This is quite the deep dive.
It is. But what's fascinating is that both the management book and LSP,
Okay.
they actually share a common goal.
Really?
Yeah. They both want to unlock potential and drive innovation.
But how can something as playful as Legos align with such a hardcore management style?
Well, think about it. Devilish management is all about the leader, setting a clear direction right.
Okay.
LSP is more about facilitating collaboration, tapping into the collective intelligence of the team.
So they're like two sides of the same coin?
Exactly.
That's interesting.
And even though their methods are different,
Yeah.
they both recognize the importance of challenging assumptions,
Okay.
breaking down barriers,
Yeah.
encouraging people to think differently.
I'm starting to see how those approaches could actually work together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the devilish manager can set the stage for
Yeah.
a really productive Lego Serious Play session.
Exactly.
You know, create a culture that embraces risk-taking
Right.
and creative problem-solving.
It's all about finding those unexpected connections.
Yeah. And it makes you realize there's not just one right way to do things.
Definitely not.
It's about finding what works for you and your team.
Exactly. And that brings us back to A9 Press.
Okay, full circle.
Yeah. And their innovative approach
Yeah.
to the world of books.
I'm ready to dive back into that. Let's go.
So A9 Press, they're really interesting. They're not your typical publishing house, are they?
Not at all. I
No.
mean, remember their ideas for a book-based social media platform and a bookshelf organizing app.
Yeah, it's like they're trying to create a whole new experience for readers.
It is. Like a whole ecosystem around books.
Exactly.
And then there's that ponytail t-shirt.
Oh, yeah, I'd almost forgotten about that.
It's like, what does that even mean? But it shows they don't take themselves too seriously.
Yeah, it's refreshing.
It is. Especially in the publishing world, which can be a little bit,
stuffy.
Yeah, stuffy. But all this playfulness, it's actually a really smart strategy.
It is.
In today's world, you got to grab people's attention.
For sure.
And A9 Press is definitely doing that.
Yeah, they are.
But let's not forget about that devilish management book.
Oh, yeah, devilish management.
That's all those kind of extreme leadership tactics.
Yeah, don't sympathize.
Right.
Become a prophet.
It's a lot.
It is.
But I can see how some of those tactics could be effective.
Oh, absolutely.
If you've got a team that's really stuck in a rut.
Sometimes you need a shakeup.
Exactly. And that's what devilish management seems to be all about.
It is. It's about pushing people to reach their full potential.
Right. But it's got to be done carefully.
Oh, for sure.
You don't want to create a toxic environment.
No. You need to balance that strong leadership with genuine care for your team.
It's like that tough love approach we were talking about.
Exactly.
But how does this all tie in with Lego Serious Play?
That's the million-dollar question.
Right. It seems like a completely different world.
It does. But it's all about fostering creativity and collaboration.
Okay, so you're saying building with Legos can actually help with leadership?
In a way, yes. Think about it. Lego Serious Play. It encourages people to think outside the box, to experiment, to communicate their ideas.
And that can be really valuable for teams.
It can, especially when they're working on complex problems.
It's like giving them a safe space to be creative.
Exactly.
So let me see if I've got this straight.
Okay.
We've got A9 Press pushing boundaries with miniature books. We've got devilish management advocating for strong leadership. And then we've got Lego Serious Play as a way to bring it all together.
Yeah. It's all connected.
It is. It's like a puzzle.
It is.
Where all the pieces fit.
And the picture's never finished.
That's a good point.
There are always new connections to be made.
Right. And that's what makes this deep dive so exciting.
It is. It's all about exploring those connections.
And finding those unexpected insights.
Exactly.
It's amazing to see all these different pieces coming together. A9 Press, this really innovative company pushing the boundaries of book creation and sharing. And then we've got devilish management, this idea of using unconventional tactics to spur innovation, and then Lego Serious Play, a way to facilitate collaboration and problem solving.
It really is. And you know what ties it all together? It's this willingness to challenge the status quo, this drive to find new and better ways to do things, whether it's creating a miniature book empire, leading with a bold vision, or unlocking team potential through play. It's all about innovation, isn't it?
It is. It's like they're all different expressions of the same thing, to create, to explore, to make a difference.
That's a great way to put it. And it's not just about understanding these concepts in isolation. It's about seeing how they interact, how they inform each other.
Exactly.
Who would have thought that miniature books and management philosophies and Lego bricks could have so much in common?
Right. It really shows you that inspiration can come from anywhere.
It can.
And that sometimes the most valuable insights come from making those unexpected connections.
It's about looking beyond the surface and seeing those deeper patterns that connect seemingly disparate ideas.
And that's a really valuable skill to have, especially in today's world, right? Everything is so complex and changing so quickly.
Absolutely. We're bombarded with information all the time. But if we can learn to connect the dots, if we can see the bigger picture, then we can start to make sense of it all. We can find those hidden gems of insight.
It's like we're training our minds to be more flexible and adaptable, so we can navigate the complexities of the modern world.
And that's something we can all do no matter what our background is or what we do for a living.
Right.
It's all about being curious, asking questions, and being open to new ideas and perspectives.
It's about embracing that spirit of exploration and discovery.
And remembering that sometimes the most rewarding journeys are the ones that take us off the beaten path.
Well said. Well, I think that brings us to the end of our deep dive for today. But I hope this conversation has inspired you to keep exploring those connections.
I hope so too. There's always something new to discover, always a new connection to be made.
So keep those minds open, those curiosity levels high.
And who knows what amazing insights you'll uncover.
Thanks for joining us on this adventure. And until next time, keep diving deep and keep those connections coming.